And good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Kathy, and it is November 19th. And here in the States, we celebrate our Thanksgiving on Thursday. So people are getting all ready, going to the stores, and the stores are filled and everything. And Thanksgiving is our one, I would say, like a true holiday, isn't it? And it's just on giving thanks because it doesn't include, unless you call food, gifts and having to do this and having to do that. It's the bringing together of families. So that is happening in our week. And just to let you know that I took a little poll last week, and people want to have a Sunday ceremony on the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So we will do that for sure. So let us now begin with our protection ritual, right? Heart source. Those of you unfamiliar with the heart source, bring your attention to the front of your heart chakra in the center of your chest. Imagine your consciousness just going deep within. Gee, I'm kind of wanting to stay there. Something's going on with the front of my heart chakra. It's just so peaceful. Stay there, but do stay there, but also go around to the back and go into the back of your heart chakra. Go as deep as you can. And this is the area, this particular space in the back of your heart chakra. It's like going down a tunnel or a hallway. And then you will step into this grand, expansive place that Amma calls your sacred space. And just go into that room and notice what's in the room. There is an altar there of some kind, and it may or may not look like a traditional altar. It may just be a little alcove that you've made where you have a nice, easy chair, or you could actually go into a meadow. You can do all kinds of things in your sacred space. And now remaining there, just as you're in the front of your heart chakra, go around to the front and go to the front of your third eye or your brow chakra. Just move right in there. Again, going deep within now. As you're going deep within the front of the brow chakra, just hold your intention to see, feel, experience the violet flame which is residing there. I never knew it was there until one of the books that Amma was bringing in. I think Hidden Structures. There you go. And now, so you're in 3 different places. Let's go around to the back. Go into the back of your third eye. As deep as you can. Now imagine, intend, see, draw a beam of energy from your heart chakra to your third eye, right up the middle of you. Feel the connection between those two. Send that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. And all the way down to the center of the earth. Notice that you are grounded above and below. Seems kind of strange, but you are grounded into spirit, that connection there, and you are grounded into the planet. And to fully experience our magic, our ability to produce miracles, our power, we need to be grounded into both the planet and spirit. This is the heart source. And as you practice being in the heart source, and Amma suggests we practice being it until we do it unconsciously. We are in it 24 hours a day. And then whenever you find yourself out, and that means whenever you go into fear or anger or something, you just say heart source and go back into your heart. Heart source is like a protective energy. It's also a Merkaba. We'll have to play with traveling with it sometime, right? And now, another form of protection, an additional form. I am the sword. If you have not yet had the privilege of having Archangel Michael give you the sword, simply call to Archangel Michael right now. Ask him to please give you his sword. Extend your dominant hand, palm up, dominant hand, and he will place the hilt of the sword in your hand. I always feel it when he does. And just hold it. And then move it point up in front of your heart. And place it within your heart chakra. I am the sword. State that. And the energy of the sword goes throughout your entire physical and energy body, adding another layer of protection wherever you go. With that declaration, I am the sword, you will transmute low vibration energy as you walk through it. And now the third form of protection, the violet flame. Just say, violet flame, activate all around the seventh layer of my aura. And that's the seventh layer, which is like an egg shape. Your whole aura is like an egg shape. So you are covered with the violet flame. You are protected by the heart source, by Michael's sword, and by the violet flame. And now my healing guides, they change the order around sometimes. So I'm listening to them of what they want to do, but they say now, heart source, expand. Expand to either the seventh layer of my aura or the tips of my fingers when extended outward, whichever is larger. And just notice what happens to your energy. This is a protective energy. And now something to do as often as you want to throughout the day. If you're sitting there waiting in line at the grocery store or the bank or the stoplights or whatever, just say, chakra spin as fast as is safe for me. You're connected above and below. When you inhale, breathe in energy from above and below, which is going into your chakras, and your chakras are spinning out congested energy ready to be released. It's kind of the difference between, like if you've washed dishes by hand or something and you rinse the dish rag in the water and you notice all the gunk coming out of it, which is the gunk that we're asking our chakras to release, which is different than when you have to scrub really hard a pan. So this is like releasing that stuff that is ready to let go. Keep breathing in and out. Now, when the energy is leaving the chakras, the congested energy, it passes through your aura. And each level in this way, when you're doing it in this way to clear yourself, that's the intention, is there is actually a transmutation of the energy that it goes through you, because you are the sword, right? And when it comes to the seventh layer, which is the violet flame, it is totally cleared. So when it leaves your aura, it is clear, high vibration energy, which can bless anyone that runs into it. Another deep breath, bringing the energy in from above and below. There you go. And now let us all gather in our healing lecture room. Anybody who is listening to this at any time, anywhere, any place, there is a canopy of light above you, a floor of light below you, pillars of light in each corner. In those pillars anchoring in the energy is beautiful energy. Today that's interesting. There's a blue pillar. The front, if you come to the front on your left as you're facing the healing lecture room, there's blue in that one, different shades with some white. If you go back to the back one, the back left, There's green. Then going to the back right is just a vibrant, vibrant red. I have one of these large candles sitting on my windowsill here, which is red, 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 like a big apple red. It's that kind of red. And in the front is the front right one is a beautiful, beautiful pink with gold going through it. If we sat here and got more information, I could tell you what all that means, but we're just going to let Spirit take care of that as we continue. And there are now angels that are surrounding our healing lecture room from pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar. All I'm getting is these are angels of love. They're from many different places. Some are not usually seen in our galaxy. And they are here. And there is a central pillar. This central pillar is rather amazing. It's infinite in size, yet we see it contained within the healing lecture room. And now are coming in all manner of wonderful beings to be with us. They are in the central pillar, which we connect to heart to the pillar, and I haven't done that yet with you. So we're connected to all of these. It is a metaphor for the oneness. And for me, as I usually see it, well, this time Metatron is coming in. I see Yeshua and Buddha and Mother Mary and Kuan Yin and White Buffalo Calf Woman. I'm just seeing all kinds. And whoever you want to come in, whoever is important to you, whatever name you use for aspects of the one, the amazing, infinite God, all that is love itself is coming in because you are here. You are connecting. There's all kinds of stuff going on in my heart chakra right now. Notice what's happening in your heart chakra. Good. And now stepping forward are Yeshua and Hilarion. So Yeshua, the big healer known as Jesus for the Christian scriptures, and Hilarion, who is the head or the Chohan of the fifth ray of healing, was a healer in ancient Greece who later incarnated as the one in the Christian scriptures known as St. Paul. Interesting. St. Paul worked with Jesus and with Archangel Raphael, not Raphael, Gabriel, and Hilarion worked with Archangel Raphael. He was a hermit and a healer. And they step forward and they invite us all to make our way into the healing room itself. And they are inviting you to sit in a chair of green jade color. And Hilarion is laughing. It is not as hard as green jade. You can sit in it comfortably. And your healing team is gathering around you. Be with them. Experience them. And good. Now, many of you gave me your intentions for the healing circle today. And just repeat them to your healing teams. It's going to be kind of like last week where they said they will work with you first. And one of them is laughing. He's having a pilot, an airplane pilot's uniform on. And he is saying, place the oxygen mask over your face first. You're having fun today. And you will be the one that will be receiving the healing love, the healing experience first today. And first is coming healing love of the exact vibration needed to fill and release your deepest questions about whether or not you are truly love. And the answer to that question is yes, you are truly love. And that love is coming in now. Just open your mind and your heart. I say just open. That's kind of hard sometimes, isn't it? So the reason I'm being told to say just open is because it is that easy. Open the door to your mind and your heart to fill yourself with love that is given to you by the Creator. And know that you are love. And now there's an increase of energy coming in of another vibration that is washing away. You have the opportunity to wash away all that you have done or not done, which convinces you that your doubts are correct. Because let us heal. Your healing team, let us heal that which has you doubting the truth of who you are. And I'm getting the word when you have doubts about being able to proclaim your truth or stand in your truth, that affects your musculoskeletal system. When you are afraid of your truth, that will affect your throat chakra. When you believe that you have not much to offer to this world due to gender, age, what you have done in the past, that affects your second chakra because it is a sense of your personal power in the outside world. It is creative energy. And as I say these chakras and this energy coming in, your healing team is working with you. Your encodement team is working to balance your encodements, to repair them, to remove the artificial ones, to activate those that are inactive. All you need to do is to say yes. 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 Thank you. Yes. Yes. And yes, I accept that I am love. Every chakra is being balanced right now. Your healing teams, they're using the plugins to remove congestion and the gaps in the subchakras, to remove congestion and the gaps between the levels of the aura. They are using the plugins to repair every aspect of your energy field, whether you know what it is or not, because those Whatever is in your energy field creates what is in your physical body. And I am being told that Hilarion and Yeshua are calling in your healing teams and directing them to the primary wound that is affecting you in regards to doubting who you truly are. And Hilarion is laughing. He is saying, just as if a young child would be exploring the light socket with a paper clip, and you would run and dash that paper clip out of their hand or grab the child of the light socket. Do that now for yourself. See yourself dash away that horrendous paperclip of not believing in yourself. And just say, yes, I believe that I am love. Yes, as Yeshua and Hilarion hold out their hands. Here's the paperclip I seem to be putting into the light socket repeatedly. And healing team, we ask you for the harmonization of each person's encodement structure. Now notice what's happening in your heart. And now see developing in front of you the inner circle of all of those others that you have been asking for prayers, those you know, those you don't know personally, but you know by name or you know by grouping, whether it's Palestinians, Israelis, Ukrainians, Russians, whether it's somebody in your city, somebody you knew in school, somebody you just heard of. They are all there. Those that you love who are struggling with illness, those who you love who are being called home but haven't made it yet. Some have not left their bodies because they're in fear or someone is holding them back. Then there are those who have left their bodies and are terrified of going home because they don't know what's there. Many of them didn't even know there was home. They didn't believe it. So they are there. And now, with your new sense of knowing, yes, you are loved. And if you are loved, then they are loved, right? How could you be love and them not be love? And send love to them from your heart as you are grounded above and below. And as love is continually filling you, reminding you that you are part of love itself, because love itself created you, all that is. And I'm being told that the frequency of love needed to balance cells that are dividing in an unhealthy way is being given to you and to others. I am being told that the frequency of love needed to come into you and to the others that you hold in your heart is strengthening your bones, strengthening the shape of your musculoskeletal system, is releasing the tension in some of your legs, or the tendons, or the ligaments. The love which you allow to come in to release doubts about who you are is flowing from spirit into you and to those that you are holding in prayer, so that those same doubts can be released from them. Hold on to those doubts. Hold on to the knowledge of who you are. Let go of the doubts. Just let your hand go. Kind of as if you realize that you picked up the knife and you picked up the wrong end and it's cutting you. Drop it. Drop the doubts. And creator of us all, you who created us in perfection according to your divine blueprint, we ask that you recreate us now, as somehow we have managed to cause some problems with your creation. And there are those of us who brought with us wounds from our family's past that affected our DNA, that occurred in the process of birth. We ask that it is time now for us to release that we may experience the fullness and wholeness of who we are. And precious God, if that is not in our life plan, we ask that we experience that wholeness of who we are from within our heart. And now, Amma and Abba, we have already mentioned certain people that are soon to leave their physical bodies. And of course, these are just the ones that we know of. We ask you to gather all of those for whom it is time to leave, to fill them with love and comfort, and let them know it is safe to go. And we ask you also, over this entire earth, where there are probably more people than we even have alive, more than 8 billion people, there are the souls from the time that this earth had souls that walked across it, that may be lost. We send from ourselves the energy that we have gained from you, the love we have gained from you, to enfold each one and to let them know that they are dearly desired to come home and be with their Creator as one. And in one dimension, this healing is going to continue for all of you and all of those that you have been sending healing love to. And then on this dimension, you are invited to transform this room from a healing room to a lecture room. You can stay in your chairs, or you can put in new chairs, new light, new energy. And from your heart source, listen to Amma's words. And the next one you hear will be Amma, the Divine Mother, coming through me. Dear ones, what would have happened in your life that every time someone saw you who had great love for you, greeted you with, dear one, and you could feel the energy of that love coming out of them? Dear one. If I speak individually, dear one. As I speak to a group, dear ones. I wish you to know how connected you are to each other. You have heard people say that if what it is that you notice in other people is a reflection of what is noticed within you, it is a reflection of you. How many of you have said, oh, how funny that person is? What a wonderful sense of humor. You would not have noticed that if you did not have a sense of humor. How compassionate that person is. You would not have noticed that if you did not have compassion. How prickly that person is. You would not have noticed if you had not seen and felt your own prickliness. Whatever you congratulate others or admire in others, it is within you as well. And focus on those amazing things that you praise in others and find it in yourself and encourage that to grow if you do not know it is there. Even those of you afraid of public speaking, and you say about someone, oh, how wonderful that that person is able to speak clearly and has a message for me. You have that same ability. And you may say, no, no, I don't. And then I remind you, you sprang from the creative energy of what everybody else sprang from. You can nurture these same gifts within yourself that you see in others. You can acknowledge the same, oh, shall we call them pricklinesses? Is there such a word? Pricklinesses within yourself, and you can choose to change that. You can choose to change the things that you don't like in others that is within you. In the same way that we say, release the doubts of who it is you are. There is no reason to hold on to things that hurt you. When there was the idea that you picked up the knife from the wrong end, and don't hold on to that sharp edge, let it go. The same is true about aspects of yourself that you find painful within yourself. All you need to do is to let that go, or let that end of the knife go and pick up the other end, to use the other. And you may say, but I have been this way all my life. Well, maybe this lifetime. But before you came here, you were not that way. You recognized love. You recognized what compassion was, where you came from. There are no words to speak for others to hear. There are messages sent to each other through your mind, through your energy. You are love, and you may choose to act as love. And when you do something or say something or see something that you know is not love, simply stop, say heart source, and feel the love within your heart and act upon that love within your heart. If you wish to have the image in your mind of holding a knife from the wrong end and it is cutting you, well, see yourself drop that knife, or have a game and flip it up in the air as it twirls and twirls and grab it by the hilt, not by the blade. Because know that all of these things are two sides of the same thing. Each one of your gifts that you are aware of, let's say it is public speaking, when you know that you have that gift and you are able to communicate wonderfully with others and to bring wonderful words to them, what could possibly be the opposite of that? There's actually two opposites. So that must mean you're in the middle, right? One opposite is not knowing when to be quiet, saying too much. And the other opposite is not saying anything or saying too little. You can take anything that you do well and that you know is a gift of yours and follow it in a different direction and find that there is something there that you also do that is the opposite or maybe even the midway of that gift that can cut, that can hurt yourself or others. Belief, knowing what is true from the deepness of yourself. The opposite is non-belief, fear that it is not true. If you were able to have, let's say it appears in your hand, I want you to imagine that this huge book, remember the old dictionaries that were 2 feet thick that sometimes a parent held in the house, or you could go to the library and they were huge and huge and huge. If you were young when you saw it, it weighed you down. You couldn't lift it up. A book like that is being placed in your lap, kerplunk, right now. And it is the book of your soul's journey. The book of your soul's journey. And if you just opened it somewhere, you could get in touch with that particular page of your journey. It could be a chapter, it could be a page, it could be a paragraph. All of your soul's journey is in there. And if you are able to flip through it a little bit, it's kind of hard to flip through something that large, but you're not in the physical doing this, and flip through it, and you will notice that things change within it. Because what has happened in what you call your past can be changed by your present. That is what you do when you ask your healing team to use the Healing Over Lifetimes plugin. You go back to that lifetime. They go back to that lifetime, and they find the wound that is there and they heal it. And they find that wounds throughout all of your lifetimes. What is it that is said? Past, present, parallel, and future. The book of your soul changes. It changes into the perfection of who you are as that spark of light who volunteered so readily to leave source and to explore what love is. Know that as you go through this book of your soul and you happen to fall upon an area that you have shame for, you may have shame for the lifetime in which you chose to explore darkness and brought pain to others. Many people, or many souls, I should say, make the mistake of going into shame and regret for that. That is not what this book of your soul is about. It is, oh, look at this. Here is a lifetime in which I lost my way. And then somebody comes and nudges you, who was with you at that time, one of your personal guides at that time, and goes, no, that wasn't the purpose of this. The purpose of this is not to feel regret or shame. The purpose of this is to recognize that you chose to create your life in a different way. And this is what happened. These are the consequences. Remember, no one in that lifetime is real. They all were playing a role just as you did. And yes, it does affect other lifetimes for everyone involved. So what can you do? You can gather all of those people in that lifetime together, their souls as it were, and you can say, soul healing team, for each one of us, please find and bring back to us the pieces of ourselves we denied, that we tossed away, that we left somewhere because we didn't want to look at them. Bring them back now. And clean, repair, and heal them, and fully integrate them within us. And you can add, whether it is to the soul healing team or the encodement team, or to all that is itself. Please dissolve all low vibration energy between me and that lifetime. Please allow me to see and incorporate within myself the wisdom and knowledge I have gained. And please may I, on my soul level, my next incarnation or my next job, if you want to call it that, the next thing I explore, that I bring all of this wisdom and knowledge with me and make different choices. Because, dear ones, those choices are always there. Think back over this lifetime you have had. and think of choices you were presented that you didn't even see as a choice because you chose not to take it. But it wasn't a choice to you because there was no way you were going to do that. And then there were other choices that you struggled over, this way, that way. And whatever choice you made, you learned from it because you saw the consequences on the third dimension of that choice. Every choice is important, no matter how small you think it is. It is important as it goes through the fabric of your life and the fabric of the universe and the fabric of the galaxies into the galaxies and into the galaxies. That, my dear ones, is how powerful you are. And you will continue to learn because the choices you are presented are, shall I call it, more refined. It is not black and white, not even necessarily gray. It could be the choice between two shades of yellow or two different sparkling colors. This is growth. This is how you evolve. This is how you come to know more and more that you are from the same essence of love itself. It is time. It is time to release the doubts that you are love. It is time to release the doubts that you were created from love. It is time to release the doubts that you are of God and loved by God with no conditions for whatever name you call God. My blessings to you, my precious ones, and all of us. Any aspect of God you can think of, any master, any saint that you can imagine, we stand here now and applaud you on your journey. Love and blessings to you. Well, this is Kathy. How about that for these two cards? Miracles and Retreat.
Yes, perfect. The Book of the Soul's Journey. That's interesting, Dr. Kathy. Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting. Oh my goodness. What is in that book? I'd love to know.
Well, I'm told, but you do know.
Yes, we do.
We do. It's just the way to do it. People who read the Akashic records, that's what they read.
Yes, yes, yes.
But you know,
Thank you.
some of us want to know and some of us don't.
Don't. Correct.
And it doesn't matter. It's choice.
Yeah, it's choice. Thank you, Dr. Kathy. That was
You're welcome.
Amazing.
Thanks to each one of you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Happy
Thank you so much.
Thanksgiving.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
Blessings. And even you
Thanksgiving to
Canadians,
everyone.
we will hold you in our
Right.
Thanksgiving heart.
Oh
Nice.
yes, happy Thanksgiving all.
All right, but I will
turkey
I
for
will
us.
see you on Sunday, or I will
Yes.
be here even if you can't come.
Thank
Okay.
you, Dr. Kathy.
Thank
Many
you so
blessings
much.
and
God
much
bless.
love.
Many blessings.
Blessings.
Bye,
Bye.
Trio. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye,
I'm Margaret.
everyone.
Blessings. Bye.